Alrighty then. Let's start streaming. Hello everybody, Billy Tucci here, coming to you live via my multi-streaming as I am working on the cover to a very special book for Comics Elite. It's a variant, if you want to see it here. This one I'm actually doing because I wanted to have a nice Frazetta-esque watercolor feel to it. I'm doing it all in pencil gradations with a lot of little pencil gradations and etc. etc. So I hope everybody's doing good out there. Hope everyone's doing well, enjoying this Thursday. It's a beautiful Thursday here in New York, and I hope my audios are coming in well. If they are, please let me know how my audios are. I am switching from side to side because I have this camera here, and I also want to throw a little plug out there to the band Slipknot. I went to go see them last night at Jones Beach Theater out here on Long Island, and they were fantastic. Oh, what a show. Just unbelievable. The energy, I mean, man, what showmans, you know, and just it's an experience, I'll tell you that. Well, so much fun having it with my son William and I, and a couple of his friends. We met them there, and it was just great. And I want to thank VetTix for that. For those of you not familiar, Veterans Tickets of America has VetTix, and they also have First Tix, and they offer free tickets to first responders and to veterans. And they've given away over 6 million tickets in the past. I think 10 years or so it's been. I think they've been celebrating their 10th anniversary, and I'm proud to have been a part of the VetTix family from their beginning. And it's just incredible. If you are a first responder, if you're a EMT or a paramedic or a police officer or a firefighter, even if you're a volunteer, I believe, you qualify for First Tix. Their parent company, which is VetTix, is open to anyone who served in the military. If you're honorably discharged, you could have served in the reserves, you could have served in the National Guard, the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and check them out. It's an amazing, amazing charity. All you really have to do is pay a small transfer fee through Ticketmaster, and you get these amazing tickets. My family and I have been able to go to Yankee games, went to a couple Islander games. VetTix was responsible for giving Mr. Colucci, a man who's been second father to me, 2 years ago at the New York Islander hockey game against the Rangers. He was veteran of the game. So it was an amazing experience. Check him out, guys. All right. So, hello, Victor. How are you? Victor, how is my audio coming through? Is it coming through okay? Moved the mic away, played with the gain a little bit. I was very tinny and very pitchy the other day, and I was not happy with that at all. So, I am now going to go onto YouTube here, my TV up here, and let's see what we got. So here's going to be the page. Here's Sonja and Vampy. Go to OBS. Sounds good. Thank you, Victor. I'm glad it sounds good. Terrific. So here's the cover. It's a working cover, of course, but I'm going to start doing some work on the hair. This will be colored by Wes Hartman, which he's awesome. He's unbelievable. Does a lot of work through Dynamite. I'm so glad to have met him, being able to work with him. And what should we got? Let's cross out of there. I'm going to go into put the YouTube on my TV here. And I see I have the Facebook going, which is groovy. Boom. Is anyone there on the Facebook? Go to my page. Yeah, I'm on the Facebook. Hey, okay. Hey, Matt Links, how are you? Where's my comments? I want to see my comments. I want to. Sorry. Which is groovy. Let's minimize the screens. Get rid of that. There we go. For some reason, our OBS is not... our restream, not the OBS, our restream is not working with YouTube for some reason. So, I'm sorry, with Facebook, which is very strange, very curious, I say. So, well, so here's our gals. I got the camera here because it's kind of difficult to draw and have it, but I'll try to make it work for you guys. I've got to finish this today. This cover, it's a lot of fun. I love both of these characters. I actually have, if I may comment, write a comment. See if I was able to post a link. I did this book. I got to do a little shameless plug for myself. We have the Vampirella She, the 25th anniversary edition. Beautiful book. This is our Crusade edition, if you could see from the back here. This is my copy. The Crusade Comics exclusive edition, exclusive cover edition. It's Vampirella Seduction of the Innocent, and it's chapter 1, or book 1, which is the Yellow Brick Road. And this is written, of course, by the legendary Christopher Priest, and it's illustrated and colored by Ergen Gundas. So it's just a beautiful book. See how you can see that a little better. Gorgeous. Oh, look at that. Dude's got his head cut off and he popped his head on. But just great storytelling. Beautiful colors. Look at this. And there's our gal. Yeah, just look at that. Look at the detail. He's just wonderful artist. Wonderful. So this is our book. I'm going to post a link on Facebook right now. Let me see if I can do that. Go to Facebook. And you guys are going to come with me while I draw this. Good news, the PDFs have been, for Zombie Sama, have all been made, have been put together. We're just figuring out the best way to send them out. Either there's a link. We'll send them out to all our backers. Every one of our backers gets the PDF digital version of Zombie Sama. So that either it will be done via PDF. And then you click a link onto, like there'll be a link to download the PDF, or it will be attached as an attachment. It's 20 megabytes though, so I don't know if we should do the attachment, but Mindy Lopkin put that whole book together with the variant covers and all. It's really cool. And also our Zombie Sama t-shirts came in. We got the final proofs for the She hoodies. We had a lot of trouble with the hoodies for some reason, and I don't know why. But Debbie got the sample. She wore it. She put it on the other yesterday. It looked fantastic. So those, we should be getting that order in hopefully the end of next week. So those will start going out too. Things are happening. So let me grab my little. Let me go to my page. I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to throw in. Oh, here's it. Hey Jay, how are you, bro? Here's the link to our Indiegogo. Let me go to that Indiegogo. Indiegogo, Vampirella She, Indiegogo. Right now we have, let's see, that's running through. We have $7,600 so far. We have 16 days left. We're going to start really pushing this book, this variant, because the cards just came in. The trading cards just came in for me to sign. I don't know if there's sketch cover ones too as well. Those came in from Dynamite, so I'm going to get on those because in this book this campaign ends in 16 days, and those books, since they're all printed, as you can see one right here, they're all printed. And next week I'm going to go really hard with this. We'll do a nice live show. Next week those books in 2 weeks, when this campaign ends, those books will all start to be shipped. So I have to sign all the trading cards this weekend, way ahead of the game. Also, we're going to be making a really big announcement regarding our... Let me move this over a little bit. Like I said, I'm sorry, guys. It's just kind of difficult when I'm trying to draw with this. So here's the book. This is my copy, of course. The other ones are all boxed and bagged and boarded, and I signed a bunch of them already. I've been signing these. Also, make a big announcement about our New York Comic-Con exclusive. Which will be the 25th anniversary She book, which is our Todd McFarlane Amazing Spider-Man number 300, which was Spidey's, 25th anniversary edition from 1988. That homage book. We're getting a lot of requests from people for, let me get the original art. A lot of requests for people who aren't going to be able to make it to the con. There's only 500 copies of the book produced. So those, we're going to start, I don't know, we won't ship them till New York Comic Con because that's just not fair to the people going to New York Comic Con. But we're going to put a limited amount on for people to actually purchase it. And here's the cover. This is the cover. So we're also going to be doing a very, very small run, 30 metal editions. I love that I did it on the same Marvel paper, the same Marvel cover stock, the old Marvel. This is original old Marvel paper. So here's the original art. We're also going to be doing the metal edition. Now the metal edition, I'm going to change up a little bit. I'm not going to give her a naginata. I'm going to give her 2 swords. I'm not really happy about this hand. It was so difficult trying to follow what Todd had drawn when he did the original drawing. It's just all messed up. So I'm going to redraw that. It's going to be a whole new cover. Fix these streamers. I don't know, be completely different. In the background will be a Japanese castle instead of the New York skyline, but a skyline, if you will, of ancient Edo. And we'll give her 2 katanas. So we'll give her a sword here, or maybe we'll put the naginata here, or maybe this is like a wakizashi anyway. We'll give her a nice tanto dagger. I mean, not a tanto, a nice katana, which is the longer of the 2 swords. And I'm going to play with her hair a little bit. I'm going to flip her hair this way, or maybe give her the hair more in tune to the hair that was in the original Way of the Warrior comic. So that's that. So there's the cover. So that book, we're going to make that announcement next week and start doing the pre-orders next week for that book. And it's already at the printer. Peter Simeti said, who is our printer, we're printing it through Alterna Comics. Peter says that the book looks great, and I'm so excited. I'm so happy. We should be getting those books the week before New York Comic Con. If we can, we'll ship them the week before New York. If not, we'll definitely ship them in the Tuesday. I'm going to need Monday to recover, but the Tuesday and the Wednesday after New York Comic Con. So, yeah. So that's that. So let's take a look and see. But if you guys could, I posted the link for the Vampirella She variant cover for this campaign, for this Indiegogo campaign. If you guys wouldn't mind sharing it, I understand. If you guys could pledge, of course, that'd be great. There's a whole bunch of different levels. There's even some sketches that come by me, like really high-end remarks, which are going to be just like my, an illustration by me. Those are going to be on the white books on the blanks. And I'm going to do a whole YouTube video and Facebook Live video on those when I get to it. Also, yeah, so please share this, guys. The link, I posted the link. If you guys can share it, if you could pledge, that would be great. And also another thing, a few weeks after the New York Comic Con, let's put this there so you guys can see it, is the Baltimore Comic Con. And every year the Baltimore Comic Con does a really cool charity event, and they do a charity book and has all the creators or all the guests of the shows they attend, and they contribute a free commission, a free sketch. This year it's for Black Sad. If you guys are not familiar with it, you gotta be. It's an amazing a crime noir anthropomorphic comic book story out of I think is it out of France or Italy, and it's just beautiful. And here's my contribution to it. So I wanted to get a nice 40s pinup, and this book will be in there, and then this art will be, this original art will be offered for sale to benefit the charity auction at the Baltimore Comic Con. You can only get that at the Baltimore Comic Con. So I don't know if they sell any extras on their website or something. I think it's Mark Nathan's Comics, Cards, and Collectibles. I'd love to get Mark on Crowdfunding Comics and to have him talk up the auction, to talk up the show, because Crowdfunding Comics, we're really going to start expanding the show. We're going to start to have some Golden Age guests. We've been talking to Joe Sinnott has agreed to come onto the show. Hopefully Alan Bellman. Alan Bellman had originally agreed to come onto the show, but Roz was having some health issues. His wife, Roz, his lovely wife, and but she's all better now, thank God. So hopefully we can get him on. We just got to work the things out because, as I said yesterday, you think that I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to Skype and things like that. Try being 90 years old. So this is all new to them, but we'll have them. We also have an upcoming guest. We have Mike Negan from the New York Comic Con, who runs Artist Alley and pretty much everything else that all the comic guys. He takes care of all their needs, puts together a fantastic Artist Alley, huge Artist Alley. But he also runs a St. Jude's Hospital a charity auction as well, which we'll be contributing to. So Mike has agreed to come on to our show. Stay tuned for dates for that. We're going to let everybody know. And it's going to be a great fall, I'll tell you that. It looks like our Return of the Warrior, because I want all the Zombie Sama books out by then. I want to get all the Zombie Sama out in the next few weeks. All the rewards, including the Ashcan. What I still have to do, I got this cover to do though, and I got another cover to do. But I'll be working in some character designs. I want to do some cool character designs of how Anna looks today. Again, if you guys know that the comic book is 25 years removed from the Way of the Warrior storyline, so Anna is actually going to be in her mid-40s or late 40s. She has a 16-year-old daughter, and her warrior days are far behind her. She's now the curator of the Brooklyn Botanic Gardens, and then it all comes back. So I have to do a sketch of Anna, how she looks today, a couple of sketches, turnarounds. Same thing with Hotaru, her daughter. Her husband, Pete Denise, if you guys ever read the Way of the Warrior storyline, Pete is the police officer, and that was investigating the She murders. And Pete eventually became a vigilante on his own, and he's in jail because crime does not pay. So he's going to be playing an outside view, but Masahiro Arashi returns, and of course our new character, the heroic Dr. Yu. And the reason why we call him Dr. Yu, because it's Dr. Y-O-U, and some lucky fan will get to pledge to have that character named after him or her. So that's pretty exciting. Now let's go. Is it this? See how my audio is. Nyla is saying my audio is good, so that's great. Tonight also on Crowdfunding Comics at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we have the delightful Crystal McGee. And Crystal, she has an Indiegogo project going on right now. We're going to talk about that with her. And then tomorrow evening, probably at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to celebrate. And tonight's episode is our 50th episode with Crystal. And we're just so happy to have her on. She is just a breath of fresh air, an exciting new creator, really talented. And you guys are going to really love her. So that's our 50th episode. And then tomorrow we'll do our 50th episode celebration. So I'd like to get some wine, smoke a cigar, have Niall on, maybe have some of our past guests on. We'll revisit some shows, revisit some questions, talk about it. And we'll have our moderators on. We'll have Brian Blevins, and we'll have Mandy Summers on. And we're going to start talking about super chats and that, because we are now monetized. We have our super chats. It was kind of our first big super chat show, and there was some controversy because our moderator Brian felt some of the super chats were a bit too raunchy, I guess, if you will, and deleted them, so people weren't happy with it. I wasn't aware of all that's going on, but we're going to check all that out and review it. And I think the thing is, we won't be deleting any of them in the future. And because I know our guest doesn't really have a problem with it. I think I just saw my son ride his bicycle by. I don't think, no, it can't be him. He was at the beach. Just some other long-haired surfer-looking kid. So, all right. So I'm going to start drawing my cover, if you guys don't mind coming along with me. So let's do that. Let me go to Facebook here. I'm going to go on the iPad, and I'll go into iPad with the... I'm going to iPad. I'll go on the iPad on Facebook, and I'll put the Facebook so I can answer some questions. And I have the restream chat from YouTube as well here, so I could try to read both, all the chats and stuff. And I'm going to start doing these a lot. I'll be doing these regularly, talking about my. I'll be drawing, especially when I have to start finishing up all the Zombie Sama cover sketches. I'll be sitting down with the camera drawing them, just trying to get the camera working. Brian Blevins, thank you, Mr. Blevins, sent me this wonderful crane here, this little this arm, so I could bend it and move the camera closer to my position to illustrate. And let's go. Let's see if we have any questions. 35 people. Hello, guys. Good to see you guys. 29 watching. Thomas, how are you? JP. People need to show, yeah, it is what it is. It's fun. People get excited when it comes, and they get a little carried away sometimes in YouTube. I think they were funny, some of the comments myself, but then again, I have been accused of toxic masculinity, I guess, because I have, baseball mitts and hockey equipment, and I watch hockey and football and hunt and stuff like that. So I thought it was kind of funny. But rightly so, Brian, my 13-year-old son was watching, and he felt that some of the comments were a bit too risque for him, and rightly so. My son won't be on the show much. It was just, they're off for the summer. So let's fix that. That's not looking so good. Let's make that a little more. So this is my third Red Sonja cover. Again, this cover will be an exclusive for Comics Elite. It's going to be very limited edition, very limited qualities, and this has got to get to them. I think tomorrow night or Monday. It's owed. So I'm going to finish this in a few hours and do some cool skulls all here behind them. Maybe some ruins, some banners. I'll put a nice sun. I love drawing that big, that Norman Rockwell Saturday Evening Post homage. And then I'm going to go into with my Beryl Prismacolors pencils, which I love. You guys can see that. Oh, this is a Papermate. This is crap, this pencil. It's not a good black. Well, I'm not going to say it's crap because the other ones aren't as good, the other colors. But here's a Beryl. Look at my poor little Beryl. I wheedled it down. Getting some use out of it. Okay, let's... Hey, buddy. Hello, all. I'm going to do a little hello, all. Hello. All right, guys. I'm going to post a link again for the Indiegogo. If you guys can share that for me, if you guys can pledge, they're all limited edition books, and they look great. I think the book looks fantastic. Dynamite did a really beautiful job putting the book together. And our covers, again, there's not a whole lot of them. They're all limited. Some of them there's only like 50 of, I think. And but even and Wes Hartman, I can't say enough about Wes of all the work. I mean, just what a dynamic cover he made. And again, I love, this is a moon for Vampy, but I think this is going to be a nice sun, a nice Basil Go-Go-esque sun. Take a drink of water here. All right, tally-ho. A lot of things that have been said about Vampirella. There's a lot of different armbands. The Ankh or whatever. If you look here, that I'm drawing here. This is the traditional one. This is the old one, or similar to it, of the Vampy the Vampy one. I did it again here as well. But my own little thing on it. There's the other one, which is also a traditional one, and I'm going to show you a secret on what I use to draw Vampirella. If you could see here, Ergen did this one. You see it, and it's a solid band. I'm going to show you my Vampirella reference. This is my Vampirella reference. Maybe some of you old timers will know. About 25 years ago, I think Harris put it out, but it was a statue sculpted by Claiborne Moore, my friend Claiborne Moore, who did our first She statue, and here it is. But it's gotten broken. The leg, they were notorious. They were ceramic or something. It was notoriously weak, her legs, and she would literally just crack. And then her arm, when she cracked, her arm broke off. But I'm like, it's off the Gonzalez Vampy drawing. Let me see if I can lower this light a little bit so you can see a little better. And it is just a beautiful sculpt by Clay. Clay, I think he said, "Oh, I'm so much better now, but I just still love it. It's timeless." And this is what I used to draw. But if you can see there's a bit of that one, of the old-fashioned one, not mine, but of the more rocker band, I guess, if you will, as opposed to the little wiry band. But I like the wiry band. So, okay. Not getting away too much here. Do this hand. Her hands are going to have like blood dripping from her nails and from her fingers. And Sonja's battle axe over here will have Let's work on that. This is what I do. I jump around from piece to piece. So do some cool metal stuff. Let me see if I can get. There I go. I'll get out of it on the iPad. Let's see that now if I can click. No, every time I click on the iPad one, I want to just see the whole thing so I can see the comments on. iPad's a pain in the ass. I totally prefer. Let's see if I'm on my page. Am I on my page? On my page, there it is. Comments. If I go into the comments, no, comments opens. I have to look over here. What a pain. Let me check my Restream chat. Restream chat. Oh, there you go, guys. When will we get a Comics Legend? When will we get a She Omnibus? 2020, the end of 2020 in fall. Next year, we are planning to do 3 crowdfunded books. The first will be the She Side, which we hope. Work out the thing is I'd love to do a sequel to the Cyblade She. The Battle for Independence. It's called Conquest of the Independence. That'll be for, I think that's for February. No, that's not true. For February, we'll be doing the Senryaku book, the She Senryaku 25th Anniversary Artists and Writers Edition, which will showcase all the art of the top people in comics at that time, and they're all legends now, every one of them. Who all drew She for the 36 Stratagems of the Chinese Art of War, our Eisner-nominated book, which Gary Cohn wrote. So we're going to do a book that really showcases all the art. We're going to have color scans of the original black and white art by such incredible people like Joe Jusko, Jim Lee, Adam Hughes, Joe Quesada, Jimmy Palmiotti, Amanda Connor, Mark Silvestri, gee whiz, there's so many. Jay Lee, George Perez, Jeff Smith, Terry Moore. I mean, we had such the creme de la creme of the comics industry actually working on this book. So that's our first. That's our first crowdfunded book. That will be for February. It's the She Cyblade, which I'm hoping She Cyblade Battle for the Conquest of the Independence. Then in May we will launch the She. The She Hotaru miniseries. Hotaru will be the next She installment from the Return of the Warrior, the new She. Then in the fall, we figure October will then be the omnibus edition. So it's gonna be gorgeous. We're already pricing it out. This is how far ahead we're working, which is really cool. Is we're getting our pricing. Maybe we'll do a prestige format book in hardcover. Hardcovers seem really expensive though. Got to figure out a better way to try to make hardcovers a little more affordable. Because I look at them and I'm like, oh dear Lord, that's expensive. But for the 25th anniversary of a book, it might not hurt to have to do something a little crazy like that. Okay, so I'm seeing. Let's see. I gotta drop my hands. I always have to drop my hands. There's a lot of things I check on my own body. I drop my hands to see if the hands are long enough. And the arms are long enough. And then I also feel when I'm drawing ankles here, as I'm doing this, I have to feel my ankle bones because I got to do it right now because I keep forgetting. Your inside ankle bone is higher than your outside ankle bone. So the inside one is here, like that. And then this one actually should be, see, because I'm doing it now. That one should be like that. See, a little bit lower. Let's go to the restream. Okay, so very cool. Thank you, Comics Legend. You're very cool. Charles Hess, when are we going to see the Indiegogo She Return of the Warrior? Okay, because we are planning this up, and we don't want to infringe upon anyone else's campaigns too, because I have now that I'm so involved in the crowdfunding campaign, crowdfunding comics with Niall Scala and my website, YouTube channel, I'm learning about everyone else's campaigns, and I don't want to infringe upon anyone else's campaign. So right now we're looking to launch, and I gotta just check with one more person. is we're looking to launch the first Tuesday in October, October 1st, which is actually deer hunting season for me. Archery season opens up. But I'd love to launch it that night, the Tuesday night before the New York Comic Con, and then get that book out. I figure that book will ship in January, I guess. But we're also thinking about doing the She 25th Anniversary Artist Edition, which will be the pure, black, color scan, similar to what I was talking about with Senryaku of the She, the Way of the Warrior #1. That will be one of the rewards levels. Will be that book. So I think it's safe. Do our first crowdfunding campaign with She and do it right, and get that book out to you guys in January. Once that book ships, we'll launch. The next She book, which will be the Senryaku 25th Anniversary book. What's cool about that is that book's all done. So that book will ship, in a more timely manner than having to redo a whole entire comic. So, okay, let's do her battle axe here. Again, I'm working on this in pencils. They take me longer when you start doing more detailed pencils than, say, inking it, because you can't just throw a nice little black here or there. But I'm a huge Frazetta fan, and I just love his paintings, and even Wes. We were talking, looking at Basil Gogos' work, and I just love, especially with Vampirella, for some reason, I love to capture that 60s painting feel to it. Of course, the books were pen and ink, or brush, a lot of pen though, but brush, they inked the comics and all. But the covers were just these beautifully painted covers. And I'd love to capture that with the spirit with my covers for them. So, very cool. All right, now you're very cool, like I said. All right, let's go. Or up. Pencil's getting better every year. Oh, thank you, Mr. Yellen. Mr. Yellen, I have yet to open your package. I want to open it live, and I want to do a show on it. I've been so busy with things, but I will do that. We're going to do a nice show on that whole thing, and thank you for your incredibly charitable gift. I got the box right here behind me, and I wanted to do a show to open them up and to talk about what they are and what they actually meant to me as a kid growing up. And so we will do that. Forgive me, my friend. I completely appreciate the gift. Just with all the traveling, again, besides the weekend before last, I was traveling 11 of the past 13 weeks. So that was a crazy schedule. And now I'm home, thank goodness, for a while. I'm home until the 22nd of September, where Debbie and I will be heading out to Pennsylvania for the Harrisburg Comic Con. That is the September 20th and 21st, I think, or 21st and 22nd. Not sure, whatever that weekend is. We'll be there, and there's a really good chance, fingers crossed, but there's a real good chance that we might have one or two sneak peek editions of the She 25th Anniversary Spidey 300. That book will be the Spidey 300 homage. That book will be limited to 500 copies because we've done all of our other ones and they've all sold out. All of our 25th Anniversary books have sold out. I think we have 8 of the first one we did, the Crusade Comics online one that we did. I think there's only 8 of those left, and I think we've got, believe it or not, I think we have 4 of the boudoir editions done. We didn't take all the boudoirs with us to San Diego, and then I forgot to take them to Terrificon. So we have a few of them left. But if any of those are left, I will bring them to the Harrisburg show. The boudoir did really well for us. And that was I think that was the most beautiful sheet drawing I had ever done, and I'm looking forward to topping that. And what else? Yeah, the metal editions, of course, have all gone. The metal editions go so fast. For the She Spidey, Spider-Man 300 homage cover for Spidey's 25th anniversary for ours for New York Comic Con, we will be doing a actual metal edition. We've talked to the printer. We're going to be able to sell that for $100. Our last metal edition sold for $200. But we had a nice talk with them, and please, can you give us a little bit of break? And we were able to do that so we can lower that price for that book. And there's only going to be 30 of those available. And anybody wants it, please contact me or contact Deborah. We are going to do a pre-sale, an online pre-sale. If it's not next week, it'll be the week after. I think the week after is safe because I'd like to give Wes Hartman some time to color it. So we'll go the week after. I'll make a nice date, and we'll do a cool, online pre-sale like we did with the She book the last time and the Boudoir edition. And I'll even see if I have any Boudoir editions left over, and you guys can just go to our website, and they'll be live, and you guys can pick them up, and you guys can order them, so you guys can have them. A couple of people who have contacted us as well about buying them in bulk. We are going to do, like, there's some Facebook groups. We are going to be doing that. We're looking at the prices we sell them in bulk. Bulk starts, the book is a $10 book. 32 pages of full-color comics and art, of story and art. The book will be printed on the exact same paper as the original Spider, as close as we can to get to it. Same stock. I'm sure it's not from the same roll as the original Amazing Spider-Man number 300. But that book will retail for $10. All will be signed by me, and for nothing. And but if you want to buy them in bulk, we're offering the bulk prices starting at 10, and that'll be a discount for 10. Then we'll do a discount for 20, and then we'll do a discount for 50. And of course the discounts vary on how many you can order. But we're looking at, if you order 10, they'll be $7. If you order 25, that's what it is. 20, I think 25. If you order 25, they'll be $6, and if you order 50 or more, they'll be $5. I think. Don't quote me on that, but that sounds pretty much right. So, all right. That thing's on the inside. Yeah. So I look at these ankles here, and I have to check. Say, wait, did I do that right? And I'm like, yes, I did. I did it right. Here's an old trick that everyone's used for a long time, is that you have the one foot behind the other. What do? Well, you just kind of stick that foot back there, like this, so it's not fringing upon it. And hopefully, unless I could throw some, I might have to throw some skulls here. Do some, I'm gonna use the 2H. This is my 2H mechanical. So do some skulls like this, especially after going to see Slipknot last night. Crazy. What a show. What an incredible band. We'll do a bunch of skulls like this, if you guys can see it. And then maybe I'll throw a skull here like that. Yeah, that's what I can do. So if I throw the skull there, I can erase this foot. Little subliminal thing. You see everyone doing it, from Rockwell to NC Wyeth to everyone, because you're just like, oh, how do I fit that foot in there? Another thing, at New York Comic Con, if anyone's going to New York, I will be there all 3 days. 4 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday, I think I'll only be there to... Bo Smith's calling. Hey, Bo, can I call you back? I am live on the Facebook. Talk to you later, Home Slice. Thank you for the books, bro, the magazines. All right, my buddy Bo Smith sent me a delightful gift today. Okay, let's see, what do we got here? I'm going to go into my comments and check the comments, because I'm 46 comments. My gosh. Let me get caught up, guys, for a second. You rock, Slipknot. Oh, my campaign's got a priority. Thomas, thank you, my brother. I owe you so much. You've been a great friend, and I'm really looking forward to going back to Europe. Hopefully next year we'll be able to go and to go to Belgium and spend some time with you in a bar with some good conversation. All right, how do I read my comments? Okay, I'm going to go to the comments and start reading them. I like giving Sonja scars. I'm throwing some scars on her, like, for her battle wounds and things like that. Even stitch some up like they're recently stitched up. Okay, let's see. 46 comments. I want to see all my comments. Varela, how are you, brother? Varel, I have your DVDs right here. See, they're all here safe and sound, brother. There they are. Varel made this. Varel is a combat cameraman, and he made these amazing DVDs. So we're going to, he lent them to me to watch, and I've just been so darn busy. I haven't had the time to actually watch them because I don't want to just watch them while I'm working. I want to actually sit down and watch them. But Varel will be. If you can wait till January, we will be back in January. And also, please, my friend, be safe with that storm coming, with the hurricane heading your way. And Godspeed, brother. Hope you guys are safe. Looks like it's going to be a big one. So, how do I read all my comments? Oh, this is frustrating as all heck. All heck. How dare you. Let's put this. We don't want any sound on this one. Okay, here they go. Here's my comments. Huzzah. Love to see you drawing. Hello from Spain. Hola, my friend. Senor Marin. Steve Peros. Does Christopher Caliendo know you're drawing Vampy? He's her biggest fan. No, I did not. I did not know that. I'll be talking to Caliendo. We have a meeting next week about this amazing digital comic presentation. My friend made literally a movie off of She, the Way of the Warrior #1. He hired actors to do all the voices. He scored the whole music. Christopher Caliendo is a world-renowned and famous film composer out in Hollywood, and he is a big fan of She, and he put together this amazing package, directed, produced, scored this amazing She score, but he also made an interactive comic with pans and zooms and things like that, and it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable what he did. So we're looking forward to that. That'll probably be part of our crowdfunded book too for the Return of the Warrior. Just got to figure out a way to how that works, because it's much more than just a digital comic. So, and plus we don't want people to steal that. I'm under the impression that when we ship these PDFs to all of our backers, that there's no way, there's nothing to stop someone from actually making a copy of that or getting it out there. So I'm a little curious and a little concerned about the whole PDF thing in digital comics. I got to figure that out, how that works. Okay, let's see what else we got. Slipknot. JP, Thomas. Jan, how are you, Jan? Good to see you, my friend. Robert, yeah, Hurricane House Party. Be safe down there, bro. You're in South Florida, man. So, all right. So you can just go and follow me working. I'm going to try to keep up with all the comments. But I got to draw. I got to get this cover done. Okay. It's weird that when I'm on the iPad, it's hard for me to actually view the comments without the whole page opens up on the iPad. So I got my restreaming chats. Boomer Bill. Thank you. All right, I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna start drawing. Draw racks, give it like blood on it, stains. Daydream. This was one of Herb Trimpe's French curves. Let's give given to me as a gift. And I cherish it. One of my heroes. It's how fortunate and lucky I am to be in this industry that I get such heirlooms and such pieces of history. And that's not that's an old one. That's not a new T-square by any. French curve by any stretch of imagination. Thing's got to be 40 years old. So you wonder what was Herb Trimpe drawing 40 years ago. Interesting, isn't it? So the camera's moving them. JP had asked a question, right, referring to ironing a piece. I have some wrinkles in here. Do it several ways. You put it on an ironing board with a nice piece of wood, nice flat piece of wood that is like has a good maybe press board or something like that, something that's nice and smooth. Or you can really do it on anything and just take an ironing board to it. You can always put another piece of paper over it. But what I found is that if you do the settings and you do it right, you can even put it on high. You do it upside down and you iron it, and that will iron it out and dry it out. As long as you don't leave the iron on the actual artwork and burn it. Whoa, look at that. Sorry, a little. I gotta move this over. That's what happened. Hang on. There we go. Let me check the OBS, see what my camera's at now. Oh, sorry guys. There we go. Sorry about that. When you move stuff around, things tend to get screwed up a little bit. I'm lowering it. See, the problem is that it's tough to draw with the dang camera. There you go. I'm actually, by doing that, when you hear me saying ooh, and I'm actually putting my my light box here against. So too much light. Much light. There you go. Much better. Using my light box to actually shore this up a little bit. I got that. Let's see if I can raise it up, do it over more. Like that. Let's see if that works. Move that in. Keep it locked. Cool how these things can move so much, but you gotta really know which way to move the darn thing. You know what I gotta do in order for you guys. It's tougher for me to draw though. Is what I really should do is flatten my table down more, but that's I can't draw as well with that. Let's see if I can turn this light on over here. Yeah, that helps me. No, that's not bad. It distorts the art, obviously. And for that, I apologize. 52 comments. Alright. It's not so bad. You see my little iPad here. Let's see. French curve. Eraser. Pencil. These are basically the pencils I'm using for this particular project. So, alright, let's get to work. What I gotta do is there's something there to lock that. So I have something for that. Daydream believer and sorry guys, I know it's a bit of a pain, but I apologize. It's on a weird angle. So, face. You guys will be able to get this book exclusively through Comics Elite. My first ever Vampirella / Red Sonja cover. I did 2 covers for Red Sonja last year, which I guess were received pretty well. I was happy when I liked them. And really appreciative of Dynamite for that one. I do the figures and I'm going to spray it with my workable fixative. And we'll go in and do the backgrounds. Try to get real Wrightson, real Bernie Wrightson with that. Hello, Scott, Bruce, and Sal. How are you guys? Thank you, Jay, for saying that was quite nice of you. Okay. This is going to be blood-stained. Now the window's open. Beautiful day, no humidity. So I figure out how this would actually work. You think of thinking forging terms. I think that makes sense. Had a nice conversation with my friend Crystal Van Diver today, talking about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and how we both love that movie. I totally love that movie. I think I loved that movie before it even came out, though, and I was wanting to love it. You know, like some weirdos want news to be real. You know, they want something to be true so badly that then they share it on social media. Like, yeah, that's not necessarily the truth. 05. The pencils I'm using are 005. So this is you know, the regular one's a Stadtmuller. It's this is a 2H. This one. This one is an H. And then this one is a HB, I believe. And then I have a 2B, which I'll go in because I'm loving this soft, how soft it's all coming out. So I just might stick with the pencils. I don't even know if I'm going to go in with my barrels because I just really want this cover to have that really bright watercolor feel. And when you do the pencils, the outline, you know, the outline is so soft, you know, your lines, because no one has a black line around their hand, you know, a black ink line, and it makes it soft. I feel a lot more natural. Started doing that with She and The Way of the Warrior, the latter pages of The Way of the Warrior, but we did scan those in and played with them and like literally digitally inked them. This, you just play with the levels to keep that soft hue to it. And we did it with Sergeant Rock, The Lost Battalion. I don't know if you guys know, that book was all pencils. And I know a lot of people do that now. I wonder if the Lady Death book, which I got my package, I'm going to do a live unboxing of that as well, from Brian Polito. And that might be for La Moretta. I don't think that was for Lady Death. I think that's for La Moretta. Because Lady Death Blasphemy Anthem's still going on. I think that was for the La Moretta campaign. So, I'm excited about doing that. Opening that. What is that? Oh, that's just Una's hair. I got my dog's hair all over the place all the time. Okay, so this wouldn't be here. There's nothing here. Alright, I'm going to go spray this, guys. Give me a second. I'm going to go get my spray fixative. Let me just erase the skull so I can make sure I get them the way I want them. And then we'll do this boot here. We'll do the rendering around Anna's boot. And we'll start drawing some skulls. Like I said, I got that meeting. Let me take this. I'm going to show you how my art looks, because I don't need this anymore. So I'm going to take the underdrawing out. And I love my roughs. They're really rough. And I use painter's tape. I have drafting tape, but I got away from that because drafting tape sticks way too much. And if it gets hot or something like that, it gets very gluey. This is the painter's tape, and this is 3M painter's tape, which is quite superior to any other painter's tape that I did. But I'll take that out because I don't need these anymore. So I'll send my editor in this case, I sent it to Sean, who is the owner of Comics Elite, and my editors over at Dynamite, and I send them this. That's what I send them. And I just love the face here. I love that, but it was just a little bit off. And then it becomes this. So it starts off as that. This is the rough. As you can see with the moon, I had some mountains and stuff behind it, but I play with things a lot. And I went with that. Let's see if I can move this a little more. Not really. If I move it here and straighten it out, there you go. That's probably the better right. Don't want to go that way, does it? Okay, so that's how it starts out, and then this is how it moves to that. See if I can pan. So I'm going to leave this up here for a second. I'm going to go spray this bad boy right here. Basically nice and clean. Another good tool to have, of course. You stay here, old chum. It's a nice handy dandy paintbrush to get all your pencil shavings and clean the art. Do it lightly so you don't smudge the art. Just pencils, which you can very easily. Erase that hand because I'm not happy about that. The hand I like, the arm I wasn't crazy about. Then you clean up this stuff in when it comes after you scan it in Photoshop. Play with the levels, do a little bit of erasing. I will be doing, starting in the next few weeks, I'll be doing my commissions. I do one commission a week. I'll be doing my commissions, though, a lot quicker. A lot more. I'll be gearing into that, especially when the campaign is running, because I'd like to be on social media a lot. And I'll be on here, on YouTube, and on Facebook, sketching away and talking to you guys, if you don't mind. And you'll see me do some commissions. I got some real fun commissions that I have to do, that to finish. And I think it'd be cool for you to see them come alive. It's my little brush. Pencil shavings out. Okay, so let's leave this here. I'll be right back. I'm going to go spray this. When I talk about spray fixative, for those who don't know or might be curious to know, this is what I use. Krylon workable fixative. So I can erase things, and now it's got the pencil's got a nice coating over it though, and I can erase, but my smudge, the risk of smudging is reduced significantly. So I'm back in the New York groove. See? You can erase. All why I'm erasing this is because I want my sword. Yeah, this will scan real nice. Nice and soft. And of course with computers, what's cool about the computers is that you can play with the levels and you can darken the lines, which you do. And you give it on to a really great computer colorist to make you look good of all your mistakes.
Godspeed.
Oh!
Hope you guys are safe. Looks like it's going to be a big one.
The hell is that?
I read all my comments.
Oh boy, come on.
Oh heck.
Okay. My phone call is attached to my printer. And for,
Here's my comments.
I gotta quit out of these darn things. So when someone calls me, then it just goes back to that, even though I muted the pages I was watching because it's attached to the computer. Oh, I want to go ride. It's a beautiful day to ride, I'll tell you that. So hard to keep them clean, keep the artwork clean. Yeah, another wet one is here. Okay, let's see if I can go back onto the page now. Oh, what is that? Just want to make sure. Oh, I did an Archie cover. With Wes Hartman and I did for Archie's 10th anniversary of married life. Came out nice. Archie and Veronica, not Betty. Okay, let's get rid of this sound. Okay, here we go. Scott Miller, how are you? Kissel, what's up? Sneaking a peek. I hear the birds. So yeah, the windows are open, Kissel. It's a Crystal Van Diver. It's a beautiful day. No humidity, so why not? Have the windows open. Nothing better than good fresh air, right? Okay. Show you the faces. I think they're coming out pretty nice. With my OBS. Angle's really messed up. I have to do this with the light, but I think they're pretty. No, there they are. That would not be like that. Tough angle there, ain't it? Everybody heard me yesterday when I came on. Listened to the Association all day yesterday with Cherish and Windy. Who's looking out from under the... You guys remember those songs from the 60s? Great things to draw to. The soundtrack of your life. Something nice about listening to watching, looking at art and hearing the birds sing in the background. Rail Dig, always wondered about that. Yeah, you have to. Steven Siller sent a request for a commission a week or two back. Mr. Tucci would love to see it done on stream while you're able to get it done. All right, Steven, did you speak to Deb? I will get to it. I've been doing, as I said, my commissions. I do one a week, and because they're all big ones, and I just want them to be the best that I can do. And I am going to start streaming them starting next week. I'll do my first one. I'm just doing them in order because I owe some from a long time. And I just want to get those all done. I got to figure out how to work that. It's just not working out. Maybe I think I made it too long, actually. I think it wouldn't be that long. It would be more bird. I hope all my friends are out there in Dragon Con. Have a good time. I won't be. The next year, I'll be back at Dragon Con. There's something off about that. What is that? That's your hip bone. Vampirella has no pants. Vampy no pants. Vamp pants. Vampirella. Don't mind me. No, if you like that, it would be like how I first drew. That's what it would be. This would go like that. Yep, that's it. Actually, this would be more flat. So that's what was messing me up, is this would go like that. Those abs. That's it. If you guys are interested in this cover, it will be. It's an exclusive through Comics Elite, so you can get it from their website. They take Facebook ads out. They get an amazing host of artists doing covers for them, and it's an honor to be in the little Comics Elite staple for this. And I will keep doing covers and stuff and commissions. I'm just wondering, once I really start with She, and I won't be drawing all the issues, mostly writing them just because I want to get these books out. I'll do flashback stories and scenes and things like that to harken back to the old days of She. But being a full-time publisher again and writing, and I got some other writing assignments I have to do. Couple new creator-owned stuff. I'm really excited about all this creator-owned stuff, but I don't know how many covers I'm going to be able to do, except for stuff that's my own stuff. I mean, it's fun, but when you could spend weeks and weeks and weeks, and sorry, weeks and weeks and weeks. You spend a couple of days on a cover, and from concept to actually execution, and when you're working on your other stuff and day-to-day things. And I mean, like yesterday, my son had school pictures today, and he had to shave for the first time ever because my wife is like, he's got to get that porn stash off of him. And all of a sudden I hear him yelling that the faucet had broke. The underpinning of the plumbing underneath the sink had basically just come undone. So I got to do that Saturday. But that was like, an hour out of my time trying to get that thing all squared away, and so it would stop leaking, and so it was all those everyday things that come in. So tonight, guys, I know we're getting some new viewers. Crowdfunding Comics at 9 p.m. our YouTube channel. We will have Crystal McGee coming on. She is fantastic. She has an Indiegogo currently live. I'm going to actually go and find that. I'll go find her Indiegogo. Let me do that. There we go. Is it right here? Yeah, this is it. The Good Night, Nightmare Realm. #1 copy. All right, so Crystal will be coming on to our show. Let me go to my page. I'm gonna post a link in here, guys. So if you wouldn't mind checking out her link, paste, bam. Great looking book. I can't wait to talk to her, get all the scoop on it. And I also use these regular pencils, Beryl. So let me pencil sharpener. There you go. Chap. Wicked chap. After I do this boot, I'm going to spray it again. Can you guys see that? This is an F pencil. What an F pencil constitutes, I have no idea. I don't know. I guess I should Google it. Someone Google it and let me know. There's different grades of pencils. You have hard pencils and soft pencils. So you'll have a 2H, which is 2 times hard, 3H, 4H, 5H, 6Hs, and the same thing goes down to S, to Bs. I'm sorry, Bs for black. So you'll have a 2B, 3B, 4B, 5B, UB, 40. Anyway, I guess the F maybe is slap dab in the center. But then again, what's an HB? Because I figured the HB is in the center. One never knows, do one? Well, someone find that out for me, please, if you don't mind, s'il vous plaît. Curious about all that. H. I got tons and tons of pencils, man. Over here. Again, the soft, watercolor pencil. It's a soft pencil to really you get together with a good colors. This is what Brian Miller and I did with the She Boudoir edition, and he just what Brian and Hi-Fi Color did, just beautiful. Okay, I'm going to spray this. Give me a second. I'm going to put this other one out. I'm going to go spray it with my Fix-It. Put you right here. That does it too. Her hair nice and dark, so we offset that from Sonja's red. Alright, I'm gonna do this little Vampirella here, and then I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna start drawing in the skulls, and once I get those skulls down, I'll come back if you guys don't mind joining me later on in a little bit, and we'll see where we are. It's not a can't be. Let's see what that is supposed to be. It's supposed to be like a bat. That's what this Draculon thing is, because it looks like a phoenix. What is it supposed to be? A bat? Phoenix bat or something? Oh, I do not know. Alright guys, so as you can see, here's the covers coming along. Let me work on these. Metal. Chain or scale mail. Should have done a lot bigger. Guys, for future reference, I'll be doing these bigger, the little scales. And if any budding artists out there and you're drawing, you know, Captain America or Red Sonja or any characters with scale armor, do them bigger instead of the little scales. Well, this is kind of technically what the size of scales would be, but as you can see, it's a lot of work. All right. Alright, so there they are for now. Alright, guys. Is that light? Let me shut this light off. Nope, what's this one? Well, there you go, guys. There she is. There they are. They're coming along. Fix that knee. Just a little bit. Okay. Here she is. I'll add some more black to that, fix that up, touch these up a little more, and some shading here. Again, this is an evolution of a cover. We'll draw skulls in all here. Our nice sun. Maybe some burning embers, things like that. Play with this here too. And I'll answer some more questions for you guys. Just check, see if anybody has any. Nope, looks amazing. See you later. Thank you, Kissel. Thank you, darling, for saying nice. So, guys, please, if you guys can, go to the link for my Indiegogo for Dynamite Comics Indiegogo. It's for the Vampirella, the 50th anniversary Vampirella Seduction of the Innocent #1. And it's a special She 25th anniversary She cover. So let me quick click on that. I'm going to find that link right now, and I'm going to post it in. So if you guys wouldn't mind, if you guys can, if you can pledge, that would be fantastic. If you can't, at least share. That would be big for me. That would help me out with them. We want to get this book. This book is doing great so far for a limited edition variant cover. But again, the book is already complete. We're over $7,600. We got 16 days left. And as I said, the book is already printed. It's a beautiful book. Here's my edition. This is the regular edition. Books are already printed, and the books will ship within 10 days of the campaign ending. So everyone will get their books in the next few weeks. So thank you all. Have a great day. I'm going to sign off. Let me check out my real stream chat. Or She and Heather, the CF lady friend. Will you one day do She Cyber Frog cover too? Wow, that would be fun. I'd do that. What the hell? Why not? I'll do anything. Let's see. Send a request. Okay, good. I'll do anything. Let's revisit. I think you're going to see a lot of She in 2020. A lot for Senryaku, because it's the 25th anniversary of She Senryaku. It's the 20. It's gonna. You'll see She Return of the Warrior, the new graphic novel coming. I think the end of next month or October 1st is when we're going to do the launch. So you'll see a lot. Anyway, guys, I will be back. Thank you so much. I'm sorry about that light. Let me see if I can turn one of them off. A little better. All right, actually, I'm going to try this one. That's better. So here she is. Here's our gals. Again, I know the angle's a little off. They might look a little weird, but I can't get the dang angle right. But they're beautiful. They look great. The girls' faces. So, thank you guys. I'll see you in a little bit. Tally ho. And thanks a lot, guys. Again, share my Indiegogo if you can. Pledge if you really can. You'd make my day.